Hi everybody, welcome back to Backwoods Voicemail Engines. Hope you all had a great week. Today's a little nicer than what it's been out. We just got some snow. For the last 3 days it was snowing, and it finally melted off. It's just raining today, but it's warm, so figured I'd get something done. I want to come out here and get something done now. I've been waiting way too long to come back out and get something going. This snow just been a huge problem. So the last we worked on this project, I was sanding the deck down, or working on starting to sand the deck down anyhow. And I said about mounting the bracket for the new chute. I did get that done. I'm sorry guys, I did that off camera. I actually had some troubles with that, but I did get it, and it looks decent, I think. Let me show you guys that. Okay, so got it mounted up. I pre-drilled the holes, ran the bolts up in. It is a little uneven on both sides because obviously this bracket wasn't made for this deck. So I just got to bend these tabs down a little bit. It's really no big deal, honestly. But I did get it working. I did get it mounted anyway. Got the bracket on, and try this on for you. I'll show you guys how it looks. Let me put it on here. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, for being a rookie at this, just starting out, I didn't do too bad, I don't think. So there it is. Doesn't look too awful bad, I don't think. But yeah, it's got a chute now. Got a nice, not broken up, busted up chute. So yeah, that turned out pretty well, I think. Got to take this back off so I can finish sanding here, though. I have to get a screwdriver for that. Get that pin back out of there. But yeah, that's what it turned out. I don't think it looks too bad. I'm gonna go with it. I'm pretty happy with it. It might not be perfect, but it's close. Okay, and now I need to take this bracket off. Just give me a second. Okay, let's take this bracket off here so we can finish sanding it up. Get ready for paint. Trying to goof up the holes. I actually have an extra hole to fill in now because the first time I drilled, I got on the wrong spot. I thought I was on the right hole. There was already a pre-existing hole in it, and I got confused with the holes and ended up drilling the hole in the wrong spot. That's no big deal. It's only a small one. That one. Okay, we got the bracket back off now. I'm gonna walk in front of the camera a second. So, as I was saying, try to get your focus back on this again and make sure you can see. So, last time we were sanding, I did everything on the outer edges, all the outer edges. But I said I was going to wait and try to make a decision on what I was going to do with this centerpiece here because of this lettering and the stickers and all. I just decided I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to sand it away, and I'm going to do the red, like I said, around the outside. But I am going to do, I call this the deck of it. I mean, I know this whole thing is the deck, but I call this the deck of the deck. I'm still going to do this, what it is in white. And I still do have this sticker that I'll be able to reuse. there's a slight possibility that I might be able to get this remade as a sticker. I called my guy, my local graphic shop around here, and he said that I need to email him some pictures. I took some pictures before I sanded off. I took some pictures. I'm gonna send them to him in an email, and he's gonna see what he can do about getting me a sticker to replace that. So yeah, I'm just gonna sand it off. I'm gonna do that here today. I'd like to get this part finished today. I still gotta flip it over and do the underside of the deck with a wire cut brush on my drill, because I'm gonna do the underneath, like I mentioned, with undercoat, like a rubberized undercoating. There's a moisture barrier. So yeah, I gotta clean up the underneath a little bit, and I do have a little bit of JB Weld. I'm not gonna have enough to finish it this time. I'm gonna start today, and wherever I leave off, I'm gonna probably just do it, off camera. That way, we can do part 3, which will be actually applying the paint, spraying the paint. So, we got some pretty nice days coming up this weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful out. So, yeah, I want to be ready to paint this after today. So, let me get set up here, and we'll get ready to sand this. Alright guys, like I said, I'm set up now. I got the sander set up, ready to do this. I'm going to do this top deck part, and then once I'm finished with that, I'll have a little bit of hand sanding to do, and some of like the hard to get to places you can't get into with this. I'll have to hand sand a little bit, and then we're going to flip it and run the wire brush on the bottom half and get it cleaned up. So I'm going to get started here. So, cleaned that up, got it sanded down, but it's good. Yeah, the paint was thick. It's definitely sanded down good enough. Now, before I paint this, I am gonna use something to clean it before I paint it, obviously, so the paint sticks good. But yeah, so there it goes. The emblems I was worried about saving, they're finally gone. So. It is what it is. Hopefully my guy will be able to come through with them stickers to replace it. So, okay, well, I'm going to flip this over and do the underneath, because I really can't start doing the JB Weld until I got the underneath clean too. So I can do it from both, stick it from both sides. So just give me a minute to flip this over, and we'll get on to that. And we're going to start cleaning this up underneath here with the drill with the wire brush on it. So I'm going to get started with that, and after this we'll try to work on doing some JB welding some of these holes. Starting to look pretty good. Getting that side done. A lot cleaner on that side now. Well, let's keep going. tell you what, I wish I would have started using these wire wheels a lot sooner. Actually, Steve is the one that recommended in comments to use a wire wheel on a drill to bring the rust off rather than trying to sand it all with the sander. And actually, this is working pretty good for it, to get into areas where it's a little tougher doing things. And this does it. It definitely gets the rust and all the the old grime off of it and everything. It's actually looking really good. So yeah, thank you for that one, Steve. I appreciate always for all your support. It's been a pretty good journey so far. I like it. I'm just glad that I have all you guys to support me and offer me advice. I'm not no master at this. I'm not no professional was actually the word I meant to use, not master. I'm still learning. I know some basics to things like this, but I'm not by far as good as some of you guys are. So, well, go ahead and finish doing this, and we'll start working on trying to see if we can get some of these holes filled in a little bit. Okay, just clean up some of the dirt, some of the loose dirt that's got loose. Well, not dirt. What do I call it? Rust. Dust and the rust. Get that all cleaned up, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some of the JB Weld. I'm gonna start here on the bottom, and then I'll flip it over and do the top because I'm gonna do it from both sides. And I still am gonna use the washers that I talked about, but I still got to get to the hardware store and get those and decide on what size, how big of a washer I'm gonna use, and also look into getting some of them rubber washers as well. That's another thing. Simon and John Clem both talked to me about, so it sounds like a good idea. So I'm gonna do that too. So basically, I'm gonna use the JB Weld, and then just for extra reassurance, I'm gonna use the a couple washers and a couple rubber washers as well. Let me go get the JB Weld, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm gonna start with the JB Weld. When I do flip it over, I have some hand sanding to do. That I skipped that step until he wasn't thinking about it. So when I do flip this over, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of hand sanding on it too. So, all right. Well, this is what JB Weld I have for now. See what we can do with it. I know this ain't gonna fill in all the spots that I need to, but at least be a start. I'm gonna take a nice little chunk off there. I hope it's still good. Gotta knead it together. I was gonna use the product that Permatex has, but I just decided to go JB Weld. It should do the trick, I'm thinking. Just looking to reinforce these holes a little bit, and this stuff dries up pretty good, so I'm thinking this should be okay. I think it should work. Because also after this hardens, I mean, I have read the directions and everything, and it mentions that you're able to sand it and drill through it and everything once it hardens, so that's what I'm looking for. Big waste glove in here. You know what? That ain't ready yet. Oh, some gunshots in the distance. You never know what's going on in this crazy world today. That's just being truthful. trying to fill in, trying to get a nice thick bond on there though. I guess I'm doing this right. This is the first time I have had to do something like this. Just kind of taking a shot at it here. I think it'll work. Just trying to pack in holes. Quite a lot of traffic again today, guys. A lot of traffic. Yeah, every time I seem to want to come out here and make a video, that's how it is. Okay, there's that side for now. So this one here is not too bad. I mean, it's really not even that at all. It was this hole and this hole over here. This one being the worst one, though. I'll show you what I mean when you get the camera. Bring these over here and show you. So, let me move that out of the way. Yeah, these are my worst ones. This is the one. This one's one of my main concerns. This is the worst one, and there's what I got so far on that. I'm gonna let this bottom harden up. This stuff's supposed to harden pretty quick, and then I'm gonna flip it and do it on the other side. And then once this completely hardens, come back through and sand it smooth, and do the same to the other side. I'll put these back over here. Sorry for making these dizzy. I'm just trying to get you back to the camera, the tripod here. Okay, let's knead some more up here. Oh, this has been a project, I'll tell you. It seems like it's dragging on for so long, but it's just I can only get out here when the weather's nice. And here in western Pennsylvania where I live at, I'll tell you what, this weather is crazy. It doesn't know what it wants to do. This is springtime. This is our springtime. We get snow for springtime. But I don't know. Here in the future weather looks pretty good though. This weekend is supposed, like I said earlier, I think at the beginning of this video, it's supposed to get up in the close to 80s this weekend. Honestly, is what I've seen. So definitely should be able to get this baby back out and get the paint done. All right. That's my neighbor over there. So there's that. I got it flipped over now. I did start working in a little bit of this here on the top. It's actually starting to harden up pretty good, honestly, and it ain't looking too bad. And I just wanted to make sure these holes don't end up getting filled in. Just trying to fill in where they're splitting out. I really don't want to fill in the actual holes. And I just heard, like, because I know this is awful thick around here, but I heard from what I read, once this hardens up, you can sand it back down nice and smooth with the rest of it. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm just trying to right now fill in all the gaps where there's a problem. Keep on grabbing that piece. That piece ain't no good. Do a little more on this back side here, but that's gonna be about it. I can do that. I try to come back out and do another. Try to do another layer. Now I'll probably, like I said, I'm gonna probably what I don't get done in this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up, and then that way the next time that I make a video, it'll be part 3, and we'll start painting it. You know, I can get all the other little tedious things out of the way, because this stuff has to bore you. I might even have to fast forward some of this. Cut some of this out. You guys falling asleep on me. I knew this was going to kind of make for a more boring video today. This is really not an exciting video at all, I know. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm doing, and you know, move on to the next step. It is starting to harden up pretty nice, honestly. It's filling in, you know, where it was all stretched out at, or not stretched out, all like leaned out. So that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, that piece is hard as a brick. Alright, that's about all I can do with that part. Alright guys, well I'm going to end this video here, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and just finish getting this done, all this little tedious work. I'll get it all finished up, and then we'll be ready for paint, and I'll just do a little review with these what I've done at the beginning of the next video before we start painting. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and be safe out there. Backwoods out.